everybody, it's Effin, and I'm back, and we're recording another indie game, and it's called A Madman's Guide to Happiness. And essentially the role we play in this game is, I guess we're either a detective, or maybe a friend, or maybe a really creepy guy who basically is searching through the files of a computer of a suicide victim, and it's said that the person who goes through all the files will find the true guide to happiness. It's supposed to be a horror game slash puzzle game. I'm the first officer to arrive at the scene. Now, strange noises were reported, and screaming. You see a body hanging from the ceiling. Suicide. Their computer is still on. You check it for clues. It is filled with rantings and encrypted files, but it claims that whoever gains access to these files will gain the secret to happiness. You begin to click. Alright, file 1. Okay. The princess loves her little bows with all her little heart. Out of the 4 colors, she chooses the blue one. You have 4 colors in front of you, too. If you choose the blue one, you can unlock this file. No! Oh, God! Okay. And thus, the secret of happiness was lost forever, and the princess turned to dust. Press A and retry. Okay, that was fucking creepy. How do I, select? No! Right, yeah, shut up. What? Oh! Oh, okay. This is that. Okay, yeah, it was color coordinated to the buttons on the Xbox 360. Funny thing is, I'm using a limited edition, and all the buttons are either black or gray or clear or white. It took you a long time to reach here from your magic tower, princess. Your blessed feet still battered and filthy from that wretched wood with its corrupt streams and trees that whisper their putrid secrets into your precious ears. Your clear eyes still dulled and lifeless from the aeons spent in that dark, damp tower that gave you not a drop of daylight's playful majesty. Your little wrist, oh, your little wrist still scratched and swollen from the rusty, disease-ridden shackles they forced. Oh my God. They forced upon you to prevent your escape to a better place where they could not keep their perverted, vulture-like eyes on you. Your tongue so dry from the dirt they try to force down you like water, but you have escaped now, and it will be made better. For I have found the secret to happiness, and with it all dark memories will fade away and be replaced, but nothing. I feel like this thing's gonna make me fucking go crazy. Press A for next file. Okay. There are 2 parts you must understand, princess. The first is what it is that has prevented you from achieving happiness, the great enemy, if you will. Not just your happiness, but my happiness and the happiness of everyone in the world, even the animals and the plants, have had their happiness stunted by this blacksmith of misery. I mean, the guy's got good writing skills, though. I'll give him that, whoever made this game. Maybe that's what they based it off of. Then, when you know your opponent, you must understand the second, how to defeat them. You have to rip out their intestines. That seems easy enough. You may have to gouge out their eyes. Got it. And while this may be hard and straining for your little hands, princess... Oh, I got... you're right. The chalice of happiness is so full to the brim with sweet nectar and strawberry bits that it will be more than adequate compensation. What the fuck? But I must test you for revealing the secret of happiness to a dim mind like trying to discuss... Okay, yeah. Why? Oh, shit. Oh, what the hell? What the hell's going on? She just opened up her eye vagina, and now we're looking down a fucking pipe. File 2. Let's get this. Maths. Is that a big razor blade? Or is that just like a... I don't want to know. Puzzle 2. It's maybe his arts and craft project. Complete to unlock, yeah. The princess did very well escaping from the tower, but it was a harsh journey. It would have taken her 1 hour to reach me, but her legs were broken, so it took her double this time, and her arms were broken, so the time was doubled again. And her mind was broken, so it was doubled yet again. But the wind blew in the right direction, which got her 16 times faster than her broken little body and mind should have been able to. How long did it take her? Alright, so it would have took her 1 hour, but double that would be 2 hours. Then double that again would be 4 hours, and then double that would be 8 hours, and then it was 16 times faster, so wouldn't it have taken her less than, it would have took her be 30 minutes. Listen, the enemy binds not just you or I, but the frog, the worm, the germ, the leafy plants, and on into infinitum. It works its magics now. It has worked them in the past, and it will work them in the future. It is faceless and unloving. This is so weird. Why did I download this? But it does not hate either. Despite holding back the chalice of happiness from us, we should not hate it, for it gave us everything we have now. You hate it, to hate it would be like hating our own parents. But we must fight it, for a life living off nothing but an occasional lick of condensation from the chalice is no life at all. Do not fear fighting it, for even if you bloody it, it will not care, nor will it feel anything at all. Your first and only clue to the enemy is little monkeys. Press A for next file. Okay. I used to be sad and cut my own wrist. I used to be mad and sliced my own veins. I used to be bad and tore my own skin. But then I became happy. What the fuck? And I laughed till I puked up blood. Got it. I hear floorboards creeping behind me. Press right trigger to turn around. Is that not what I was supposed to do? I turned around in actual life. Right trigger. Oh. B maybe? Did I break the game? Right. Press right trigger. Turn around. Oh, right bumper. Looks like it was nothing. Press left trigger to return to screen. It's gonna be something scary. Smile for me, princess. You fucking creep. Sorry. The princess' mind has been shattered like a beautiful glass whale because of her ordeal. Can you count how many triangles her mind has? Well. How many triangles her mind is shattered into? Remember, there are larger triangles made up of several smaller triangles. Right. So there's 4 right there. 5, 6, 7. There's 8. No. Oh shit! There's more than 8. Oh, there is way more. One final chance. It's gonna be harder now, but not really. 4, 8 on the outside. 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And thus the secret of happiness was lost forever. Okay, file 1, start, X, A. I'll skip to the part where we left off. Or something, or I might just do it all again. Yeah, can we get this show on the road? Yeah, open up that eye hole. Yeah, give it all to me. File 2. Start. Maths. It took her 30 minutes. Yeah. Oh, the floorboards are still squeaking. Alright, we are back. It wasn't 16. Why? 20 minutes. Got it. Evolution. Evolution is the enemy that we must fight, but also that we must love because it brought us into being. That's... Alright. And how can you not love it? It has so many lovely little monkeys. You seek to know why it only lets us sip out the chalice rather than gulp? Let me explain. Evolution is a system based on survival. The fittest survive, the strongest survive, the fastest survive, and the surviviest survive. Okay. If you took one of the little deers, filled them up with happy pills, how long do you think it would survive, drugged up against a tree giggling to itself? If it had happiness given to it on a plate, it would be munching down on it no matter how many lions or T-Rexes brought their fangs down on it. For any individual species back then, getting hold of your euphoria is a free ticket to death thanks to the system we know as evolution. Evolution cannot abide total happiness. Alright, cool. Evolution will let you sip at the chalice when you do something that benefits your survival or your species' survival. When you have sex, nice. When you eat, cool. And when you rest, and probably need to do that more. It was a good system. We were monkeys. We would have died in the wild without these incentives. But these are only tiny fleeting moments in our lives. Why can't these moments last forever, rather than being restricted to end of a task which benefits survival? Evolution, you have served us well, but we are no longer monkeys for the sake of my beloved princess. I must kill you, like how a chick must be thankful to its shell for protecting it. but most ultimately destroy it to join the world. Well, I do not care if you decide to crush me, for I am a monster who chose to kill his own eggshell. Cool. File 4. I love my little friends, but I need help to count them. Which selection has the most two-legged spiders? Even if just part of their sexy legs is in the section, you must count that as a spider. How many has sexy spiders? Two-legged? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not that one. It's probably the... Oh, no. Got it. What does it mean? I bet. Oh. Yeah, it's the bottom one, because almost all their legs are touching the bottom one. As the birth... I don't even know why I'm doing this. It's just so random. The fuck? Random text. Okay. As the birthed creatures of evolution, which is of such a nature that it cannot allow us to taste unlimited happiness without destroying us, it is now up to us and no one or nothing else to rise up and take our much-needed euphoria. Now you know your opponent, or our opponent, and you must know how to defeat it. The answer and explanation is this. We must remove ourselves from evolution. We must remove ourselves from its factor and cycles and situations and force. Humans have already begun to see this, and we have begun to move ourselves forward slowly. The scientists have seen this, and they begin to create new drugs to dispel pain and turn depression into happiness. The religious have seen this, and they strive for their place in a paradise after death. The philosophers have seen this, and they try to peek into the well of happiness through thought. All noble warriors, but it is not enough. There is something much closer to us we need to do. Something more basic, intuitive, that tugs on the threads of a very being. Read on. Oh, God. Precious little monkeys live precious little lives. Precious little lives eat precious little monkeys. It's precious to eat monkeys' little lives. File 5. A wide-eyed detective who would hang himself several years later walked into a crime scene. There were 4 bodies laying on the ground, and that's kind of weird. And it looked like they had been killed by a pack of dogs. Each body had one limb ripped off that must have been taken away by the pack. Aside from the 4 human remains, there are the remains of 2 dogs fully intact at the scene. How many limbs are at the scene? Alright, so there's 4 limbs for each body, and there's 4 bodies, but each of them had a limb taken off, so that's 3 times, that's 12, plus the dog's limbs. Does dogs have limbs? For 20. No! Alright, cool. Why did I just say, okay. Oh! Though the detective is also there. Well done. Not many would have thought to count the detective's limbs as well. This is a dead spider. They have 8 limbs. Greedy and a bit selfish of them, I am not impressed. Press A. We have the science. This isn't that scary at all. It's going to do something creepy at the end, though, I know. We have the science, will, and intelligence to grasp that damned chalice, at the very least collectively. Why then do we not simply take it? The answer is this: we lack the power. For everything we have, we are no more than wailing babies because we lack power. And the reason we lack power is because, to our shame, we simply gave it away. We are the primary point at which our thoughts and feelings are created, and we have great power to bend and twist them to our will. Yet, shamefully, repulsively even, we not only don't acknowledge this, but we project our power onto inanimate objects that not only don't have power, but they would not even care if they did. Observe, a rock falls on a man's foot and he feels pain. The foolish man blames the rock and throws fits of anger while screaming about how the rock has ruined his day. The wise man realizes that while the rock is responsible for his pain, he is angry because he has allowed himself to become angry. Knowing that he is responsible for his anger, he realizes he, not the rock, has the power to turn it off and on. I guess that's not the worst message it could have had. It is all about empowerment, self-empowerment. If you never realize you have power over your own happiness, you are no more than a leaf in the wind at the mercy of any pixie that cares to grab you. How pitiful is the man who claims his lunch is ruined because he has had the wrong type of sandwich and spends the rest of his day sulking in the office. How strong and radiant is the man who realizes that his unhappiness is due to his own failings, swallows the sandwich in a single mighty gulp, and then dances on his desk. One is weak, one is strong, one is sad, one is happy. We can have this power because of our intellect. Our intelligence is our great strength against evolution because for as powerful as evolution is, it lacks intelligence. It does not know that we know of its smothering evil ways. Once we know we have power and use that power, we can overcome the unhappiness that evolution has caused us. I have a story to tell you in the next and final file.
Get out. This was meant for her precious little eyes, not yours.
Guess we'll go anyway. All you have to do is shoot the bad man.
No!
Was the man you just murdered really a bad man, though? And even if he was, did his mom, wife, son, friends deserve to suffer for his sins? He liked to hug people with his arms. He was a right-handed guy. He can never laugh again. He can never dream again. He can never hug again. Murderers are like the gods of never. Here is my story, sweet princess. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, when you were very young, me and the queen lived with you in happiness and peace, but then one day a demon seduced the queen from me, and she took you to go and live with the demon in the tower. I tried to get you back many times, many times, but eventually the demon got his little friends with their loud metal dragons that flash blue lights to carry me away. Got it. And the king was sad. The king blamed the demon, but this did nothing. The king blamed the demon's friends, but this did nothing. The king blamed the queen, but this did nothing. The king even blamed you, but this did nothing. Then, eventually, the king realized that he was to blame. When he realized that only he had the power to ultimately stop him from being sad, he gained power. The king used the power to kill one of the devil's friends. It was a wonderful thing. Whoa, this is getting creepy. The king was no longer sad, and instead the queen was sad. She felt guilty and left the devil, and often took the princess to see the king in his new home called Asylum. But the king could not only stay in Asylum for so many years, he worried that when he had to leave, that the queen would no longer feel guilty and come to see him. The thoughts consumed him and twisted his mind with fear until he took a rope with the intent to take his life. That means kill himself, princess. And so, I have the rope in my hands, and I have finished the guide to allow you to be happy. There is nothing left. True. Yeah, sure. No puzzles this time, sorry. This note is not for the princess, but for the person who's reading this document. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't hang myself. The thought of not seeing the queen and the princess again was too much, so I used a little more power. I hung the devil instead so they would let me back in. And I am hiding in the room now, waiting for someone to read this document so I can kill them from behind just to make super sure. Shit, I'm looking behind me. They let into the asylum again. I wish you the best of luck, and I'm so sorry. I'm taking my headphones off. Bullshit. That's it. Credits: creator, designer, writer, etc., etc. John Sturrock, head tester, and lead sock puppet. James Farrago. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, cool. Press B button to return title, or back to exit the game. I guess we'll stay here. Okay, guys, that was all fun and games, I guess. I feel like I definitely need to go play a game that's going to take the edge off of things. So, oh. Hey guys, this is more like it. This is definitely more like it. There's no blood, there's no hanging. This is the true ultimate thing of happiness. Playing Hexic HD. Wow, would you look at this? I'm just so happy right now. Oh God.